History of Antigua and Barbuda. Pre-colonial period. The islands of Antigua and Barbuda, located in the eastern Caribbean, were first inhabited by indigenous peoples over 5,000 years ago. The earliest known settlers were the Siboney, followed by the Arawaks and then the Caribs. Arawaks introduced agriculture and grew crops such as cassava, sweet potatoes, and corn. The Caribs, who arrived later, were known as more aggressive warriors and eventually displaced many of the Arawaks. European discovery and colonization. In 1493, Christopher Columbus sighted Antigua during his second voyage, naming it Santa Maria de la Antigua after a church in Seville, Spain. However, the Spanish did not settle on the island due to the fierce resistance of the Caribs and the lack of fresh water. British colonization 1632 onwards. England established its first colony on Antigua in 1632, followed by Barbuda later. Early settlers faced many challenges, including resistance from Caribs, poor agriculture, and tropical diseases. By the late 1600s, the British introduced sugarcane plantations, which became the backbone of the economy. Slavery and plantation economy. To work on sugar plantations, enslaved Africans were brought to the islands in large numbers. The plantation system led to a wealthy white elite, while the African population lived under harsh conditions. Slavery was abolished in 1834, but former slaves continued to face inequality under the apprenticeship system and economic hardship. 19th and early 20th century. After emancipation, many freed people turned to subsistence farming or worked on plantations for low wages. Political power remained in the hands of a small colonial elite. During this time, Barbuda was often governed separately and developed differently. It had fewer plantations and a more communal land system. Political awakening and path to independence. In the 1930s and 40s, social unrest and labor strikes led to political reforms. The Antigua Trades and Labor Union, founded in 1939 by Vere Cornwell Bird, became a powerful political force. In 1951, Antigua gained universal adult suffrage. V.C. Bird and the Antigua Labor Party, ALP, dominated politics for decades. Towards independence. Antigua and Barbuda joined the West Indies Federation 1958 to 1962, but left after the federation dissolved. It then became an associated state of the UK in 1967, handling its internal affairs while Britain controlled foreign relations and defense. On November 1, 1981, Antigua and Barbuda became a fully independent nation within the Commonwealth, with V.C. Bird as the first Prime Minister. Post-independence era. V.C. Bird and later his son, Lester Bird, led the country for many years. The tourism sector became the mainstay of the economy, alongside offshore banking and financial services. In 2004, the United Progressive Party under Baldwin Spencer won elections, signaling a shift in political power. In 2014, the Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party, led by Gaston Brown, returned to power. Recent developments. In 2017, Hurricane Irma devastated Barbuda, forcing all residents to evacuate temporarily. The recovery sparked debates about land rights and rebuilding policies. Antigua and Barbuda continues to participate actively in regional organizations like CARICOM and the OECS. Goal: cultural and social aspects. The population is primarily of African descent, and English is the official language. The culture reflects a blend of African, British, and Caribbean traditions. Key cultural expressions include carnival, calypso, reggae, and cricket.